Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to be talking about the Vanessa Kit and whether or not she's worth buying. First I'll give you an overview of the Vanessa Kit and then we'll go over her pros and cons. The Vanessa Kit description reads as follows: supercharge bows to perform a triple shot. That is the shortest description ever. That's pretty short and sweet. So the Vanessa Kit's only ability is being able to perform a triple shot with a bow or crossbow. This means that when you shoot a bow, you will release 3 arrows. And yes, this also means that you will waste 3 arrows instead of 1 like the archer kit. So even though you release 3 arrows, each arrow has a different damage. So the first arrow will cause 100% damage, while the second causes 50% and the third will cause 35%. A fully charged bow will deal 20 hit point damage, so using that percentage scale, it will be the first arrow will do 20 hit point damage, the second arrow will do 10 hit point damage, and the third arrow will do 7 hit point damage. And the crossbow's base hit point damage is 45 hit point. Just keep in mind though that the crossbow does cost 7 emeralds and will require the armory to be unlocked in order to be purchased. And you can unlock the armory with 4 diamonds. Okay, so let's get into the pros of this kit. The first pro of this kit is the knockback that the arrows provide. I don't know the knockback amount exactly, but when you're able to land all 3 shots on your target, it will typically send them flying into the air, and if you're lucky enough, then it will cause them to fall off the map. Nothing is more satisfying than watching someone fly into the void. The best way to use the knockback is hitting the enemy when they're running from land to land, that is above the void, so that when you hit them, they will automatically fall off. If you're lucky enough, they will have some diamonds or emeralds on them, which will be granted to you once they have died. I've had situations where I'll have an enemy run towards me, so I'll go to shoot them, and if I'm able to hit them, it will knock them back so far that they'll either fall off the map, or they will land far enough back to where they won't be able to catch back up to me. The second pro to this kit is the damage that this kit can provide. The best damage will have to be shot from a crossbow, since the crossbow does have a base damage of 45 hit point, which is more than half of what a regular bow does. Typically, if you have someone coming after you and then you are able to land a hit on them, you will cause their health to go from full to possibly half, to which you can now run up to them and finish them off with a sword. Nothing is more satisfying than having someone run up to you thinking that they'll be able to get you quickly, to then having them run away because you land a triple shot on them, causing them to lose more than 50% of their health. And if you're a good enough shot, you can then kill them by landing another triple shot as soon as they turn their back to run away from you. The third pro for this kit will have to be that the arrows don't all land in the same spot. If you're moving while you aim or shoot your bow, then you can have all the arrows shoot in different spots, which can be very helpful in situations where your target is jumping around or just moving side to side. This is also perfect when the enemy target is running towards, let's just say like the diamond generator. Most of the time you'll be able to at least land 1 arrow, and that's really all you need in order to knock them back and have them fall right into the void. Okay, so now let's get into the cons of this kit. The first con, and probably the most obvious, is the fact that there is a wait time in order for you to do the full triple shot. This triple shot meter will take about 1 to 2 seconds to fill up, then and only then can you release the shot. This can be so annoying, especially if while you are waiting for the meter bar to fill, someone else shoots you or they are somehow able to catch up to you before you can get the supercharge off. Kits such as the Jade, Void Region, and Yuzi all have the abilities to be able to catch up to you while you are supercharging your bow. This is one of the biggest downsides to the Vanessa kit. Although I understand it because it would be way too overpowered for her to just be able to shoot her triple shot every other second. The second con to this kit ties into the first one. If you've used a regular bow before, you know that you need to hold it for a couple of seconds in order to get its full ability shot. While when you have this kit, not only do you have to hold for the bow to get a good shot, you then now have to wait another 2 seconds for the bow to perform a triple shot. That right there is around 3 to 4 seconds of waiting just so that you can use the bow the way this kit intended. What's worse is that sometimes you miss your shots. The best way to use this kit is being able to have a crossbow. However, with this kit, it makes it very difficult to obtain enough emeralds so early in the game. When I play the Vanessa kit, I will typically have to wait for about 5 to 8 minutes before I even think about going into the center. If you do go to the center, you are then left fighting with people who may have other kits that will do better than you in close range combat. Although if you are able to obtain emeralds pretty early on and then purchase a crossbow, well, you should know that the triple shot with the crossbow will kill a player with no armor. So all in all, should you or should you not buy the Vanessa Kit? I would say yes if you like to sit back at the base shooting your arrows off at people. This kit is so much fun when you are in middle to late game, because now you can afford to just shoot off arrows like a crazy person, especially if the enemy team just likes to sit under their iron generators. It's very funny, and you can tell that sometimes the enemy teams get annoyed. Then they will start to build wool walls around them so that you're able to leash your arrow fury on them. However, if you are the more aggressive type that likes to wreak havoc early on in the game, then this kit is not for you, since the Vanessa Kit can't really do much damage early on. I mean, keep in mind the bow costs 40 iron, then a stack of 8 arrows costs 16 iron. And those 8 arrows are quickly wasted, especially if you're only using the triple shot with this kit, which is why it makes it difficult to use the Vanessa Kit so early on, because sometimes you won't even have your team generators up, and waiting for all that iron can be very difficult. And that's why this kit is a more of a middle to late game type of kit.